So what's new in Warframe this week? Well, for the Archon hunt, it is Archon Nora. So, Amber Archon Shard, Sabotage, followed by Interception, then take on Nora in the showdown for a chance to get an Amber Archon Shard, possibly Tauforged. And Bird 3 will be selling the Crimson Archon Shard. I was about to say Crimson Amber Archon Shard. That would have just been completely wrong. For normal Duviri circuit, your choice of frames this week are Saren's parts, Vorban's parts, or Nova's parts. For the Steel Path Incarnate Genesis from the Steel Path circuit, your choice is Akenbrunt. That's actually a pretty good one. Soma. That's even better. Vasto, Nami Solo, or the Burston. If you have all of these Incarnate Genesis devices, then you can get a Rifle Riven mod, Pistol Riven mod, or really, Melee Riven mod at 20,000 Kuva. That's better. I'm going to blame Ember for that one. She was distracting me. For Nightwave this week, the Elite Acts are exchange 10 Riven Slivers for a Riven mod. That is basically go to Ironwake on Earth. Quite an easy one. Destroy 3 Necromech Vault Guardians. You can do that on the 3rd tier, which will give you 3 Necromechs in one Vault run, or 3 of the single one, or 1 of the first ones and 1 of the second ones. Or just do the 3rd one if you have it unlocked. If not, you can do the first one, then the second one, which will unlock after doing the first one, and still actually fairly easy. Normal acts complete 3 sabotage missions and complete 3 capture missions. To be fair, the hardest part of all of this week is the complete 15 missions, which these are the permanent ones and they're there every week anyway. For cred offerings, we have the Lens Solstice Skin Blueprint. This would have been made so much better if Barrow had have brought the Prisma Lens, because this will go on there and looks really nice. There is the Wolf of Saturn 6 Bright Glyph, meaning it's daytime in the background. Lots of different alternate helmets. Sight 09's is there. There is the Dual Keras Solstice Skin Blueprint. Ancient K-Drive Scroll for the bottom of your K-Drive. Metamorphic Magazine Augment for the Gorgon. Deadeye, that's 52.5% extra damage for sniper rifles. Aura. Enemy Radar Aura. Animal Instinct is better. That can be used in conjunction with it. I got wrong for not saying this. To extend it by 30 meters. Loot Detect... Really? Animal Instinct also does this one, by the way, but this can be used to extend Loot Radar by 30 meters on top of Animal Instinct. Combat Reload for the Tigress. Critical Munitions for the Catabalist. Xmas Advanced for the Zylock. The Grinlock Desert Camo Skin Blueprint. The Heck Desert Camo Skin Blueprint. Saturn 16 for Capturer. We have the Glassmaker Ornament Landing Craft Decoration. Nightwave Emblem. Emblems, of course, going on your shoulders. The Hero of Duviri display, landing craft decoration, is reversible, which is actually quite funny because that would be how Duviri was advertised, with the horse on the left and the island and the distance off to the right, but different islands, so I guess that's how it's supposed to be now. There is the blueprint to build the actual Dark Dagger melee weapon. Groll's Thumper Floof. Falcor Shock Camo Skin Blueprint, the Plinks Shock Camo Skin Blueprint. I'm sorry, I'm just amazed that that is the only melee weapon that has actually come this week. Usually it's more than that. Singularity, Absorb Augment for Nyx, Volts, Recharge Barrier for his Electric Shield Augment, Prism Guard, the Prism Augment for Mirage, Focused Acceleration for the Tetra, and the missing piece of armor for the Saturn 6 set, considering the legs and chest were here last week. Having a quick check-in with Teshin, still see what he has brought for the Steel Path Honor Store this week. It is 50,000 Kuva. For Deep Arc Media this week, remembering all 3 missions have to be done one after the other, Starts with survival, where the life support towers only activate after 20 enemies have been killed within 15-meter radius of them, and enemy health will slowly regenerate. Then alchemy, where Xmas units always drop the amphors, but they are the only ones that will do so, actually making that mission rather long. And allies within 4 meters of slain enemies gain 25% fire rate at a cost of 50% ammo efficiency. Ending with assassination, that Xmas units support the fragmented tide in its final form. This made me think of the isleweaver node. That boss battle is actually a ton of fun. And rogue culverns, equip weapons that deal 5 times damage to Overguard and Necromex. Temporal Archimedia kicks off with Exterminate, where consequences of opening a supply cache are active from the start and will intensify once it has been opened, and failure to open it will double the amount of enemies you have to take out to finish the mission. And enemies take 95% less damage from non-heavy weapons, that's Graphamagged arc guns, but enemies will drop more ammo packs for it, and the recall time is reduced to 5 seconds, so even if you run out of ammo, you can call it back quickly. That is actually going to be a ridiculously fun extermination mission, whereas the Hell Scrub with the Tech Rot, where the Tech Rot tumors will appear near Hell Scrubbers, increasing the rate of life support decay with every active tumor, and slain enemies burst with void energy, ending with the tank that only takes damage from Thermian RPGs, only from them, but more enemies will be spawning that carry them, and enemies will only take damage if a player is within 15 meters of them. Yeah, 15 meters of a tank with an RPG. That's going to end really well. Not. And lastly, and I'm aware leaving this for last after going to see, Temporal Archimedia is kind of something that came after this, but for Hulvania it is obviously now winter, meaning Kaya's birthday is first, then 150 Skaldra troops, kill 150 enemies with melee weapons, kill 20 Xmas, Letty's birthday, kill 500 Tech Rot, kill 500 enemies with abilities, Minerva's birthday, and ending with destroy 1 tank. As well as obviously the animation or the video that you would have received to your inbox message, kind of also a giveaway that it is winter, because this starts on January 1st.
All systems nominal.
So with that, we'll leave this off here. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.